cause when we cut these crypto grasses, you better learn, homie, to protect these keys. Don't bend on knees, sucking off fake furu honorees. Nah, we tell the truth and it hurts. See the difference with a man hard at work or just a jerk. I know the bear market making your soul struggle. It's all puzzles, watching Twitter, royal rumbles, but remain humble while the proud and vain stumble. They feign judgment, but they ain't from the same jungle. Round here, we the lions, tigers, and bears holding the holy grail. Yeah, crypto conciliaires. This is Pulse Nation, the dimensional safe haven. They could never break us. Phony financial fakers, I'm out.
Oppressive nature, they going at the freedom fighters.
Peace, peace, peace. What's going on, everybody? Blessings. Hope everyone is doing well. I see FOMO TV in the building. What's up, FOMO? Yo. Hope you're doing well, man. Good to see you. Yeah, start of a new week. Hope this week starts off right for everybody, wherever you are, everywhere you are. Over here, we're in the morning. If you're in the afternoon time, if you're in the evening time, even the nighttime, greetings to all y'all. What's going on? This stream is called What's the Purpose? Hope everybody had a good weekend, matter of fact. But what's the purpose? What's your purpose, right? I might have to repurpose my whole channel, which I try to do already. But I just find I've just been compelled to just speak about crypto because I guess certain circumstantial reasons, for sure. And it's no secret that at this point, OMG, there's alternate side of the street parking where I'm at. So it's like I'm waiting for the street sweeper to go by before I can, just stream in peace. I'm waiting for the street sweeper to go by because if I leave and the street sweeper comes, they might, give me a ticket. We don't want that. It's bad enough I sacrificed for 2 projects that I ain't even, could barely make a profit, made no profit yet. You gonna force me to pay a ticket on top of that? Nah. The founder of Pulse Chain should be ticketed. How about that? Don't ticket me. What's the purpose? What's your purpose? I guess I'm talking about this is because I've been I found myself in a tricky position, right? Like with this crypto thing, depending on that's why it's all up to whatever you decide to do. Whatever you want to do, decide to do is what matters the most because you should be willing to deal with whatever outcomes. And on top of that, we've seen that the disastrous outcome so far for Pulse Chain, and I think is basically tied to a person's character. That's why I've been relentless. Because if this was something else, maybe I don't know if I would react the same. But the performance and et cetera and sentiment, basically the sentiment, it is tied to a person's character. It's tied to the behaviors and the personality traits of the founder, and it's spilled all over the chain and everything they do because they own 90% of everything that's going on. So this is why it's hard for me to separate. Oh no, don't, it's not all on one person. I know I can't separate him from his operations, right? And in my quest to just identify, observe, talk about my observations, what's my goal? Because I got to ask myself, like, what's the purpose in all that? What's the purpose? What am I trying to accomplish? Well, I've explained it though, because I've answered my own question. Basically, I'm trying to really spread awareness for people who just simply don't know, who might find this after I create the content, who might find the chain and then go look it up on the internet and find what my opinion or take or feelings or thoughts on this whole situation is, to basically present a different outlook or perspective from the cult, a different outlook and perspective opposite of what the cult wants the world to believe, opposite of that cult narrative. Seriously, because that cult narrative has been incredibly destructive and unhealthy. So that's my goal. Like the person said, one of the streamers said, if you hear a speech that you don't like, how you combat that? With more speech. But my speech is different. My speech goes against nonsense, goes against hypocrisy and contradiction by highlighting those issues. Because it's one thing to call yourself diversifying the building. What's going on? Gandhi G, number 3 to show up. Peace, peace, everybody. It's one thing to call yourself a serial entrepreneur, a business person, someone who takes ideas and tries to, or not try, but create a business, employ yourself, right? And others. And we know and understand, or I don't know if people know, but the likelihood of you creating your own business and surviving, it takes a good 2 to 5 years to really know if you're gonna really like maintain or succeed or do well. So you're gonna make mistakes, right? We get all that. We get all that. But this is different. This is not just about somebody being a serial, just, oh, they started their own business, it didn't work out, and they got to go back to the drawing board in a certain way, because this person made it seem like they were the end all be all, by meaning the absolute best thing crypto has ever seen. And so when you present that information to the world, you marketing yourself, right? Promoting yourself, you're setting yourself up to be adored and praised to the point where people will want to support you by paying, giving you money for your messaging, for what you're trying to have the world believe you hold, or you possess, however you acquired it. The information that you have, you're selling to the people because you're supposed to be the top dog, the best thing, which I think is false. You're not the best. Far from. And join the ranks of those who think they are the best. There are many who came before him, maybe with him, who've launched other things as well, like OR founders as well, who probably think they're the best too and have performed a lot better than he has. And so when you as a regular retail normie, you live in your life in a way where you take a chance and you gamble in this situation, you got to deal with where the chips fall. You got to deal with everything that comes with that. And I don't make apologies for what I've said. I've said many things before, like just it is what it is about the situation and the person himself, like because the same individual claims that they're the best thing, has no problems insulting the same people, the very same audience of individuals that gave him relevance. He has no problems disrespecting. So something has to give. And in my mind, I can't just sit back, right, and just simply accept that for what it is. I mean, I can, but if I'm going to continue to be in this game of crypto in a way where, this is what I enjoy participating in. This is what a system that I'm fond of and I respect. And we have these characters, this thing that I've expended all this bread and time and energy, right? Taking away from places I could have focused on better. And I decided to focus here. And this is what we get after how many years? And then I've been talking and I'm vocal the whole time. I'm going to speak about this too. And I'm not going to pretend like it's all great. Like a certain segment of people, a certain segment of influencers continuously beat the drum and talk about how everything going on is fantastic. They're bull posting and they're super bullish. There is no way. There is absolutely no way I'm going to play some game like that and call myself being an honest, right, person who likes to err on the side of caution by standing on some form of truth. No, I'd be a hypocrite like your man's. I'd be a hypocrite like him. And that's not my purpose. Your purpose could be completely your purpose, right, is central to you. Our purpose is basically sort of like embedded in our code of life. How we perform, that's a different situation. But what my purpose is with this is that, like, nah, I'm gonna talk, yo, and while we wait to see what unfolds each day that goes by, we're not one day closer to any damn all-time high. Each day that goes by, we're one day closer to him absolutely destroying whatever he has left of a reputation for himself. This is something that is taken it's taken a lot for people to even come to a point where they have to like say, what the hell did they get themselves involved with? It takes a lot. You can see how people become In other, what I mean by like people don't want to believe what's in front of them. They don't want to see it and take it for face value. People are in complete denial, like the river in Egypt, y'all. Denial, y'all. Not like the river in Egypt, but you know what I mean. Folks are just like, they just, oh, let's just dwell on positivity, positivity. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Pump the brakes. So you know, people appreciate being evasive than dealing with what's in front of them. No, and you know, positivity. This is all positive, all Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold on. What you talking about? Positivity. What are you talking about? Does your positivity have to deal with some form of truth? Like if people were just super positive and they also acknowledged the challenges, they acknowledged the problems while you're positive, I could respect that more than just telling me, trying to feed me a bowl of positivity, absent of all the, I'm talking about all the shenanigans that have taken place up to this point, filled with hypocrisy and contradictions. You leave all that out and want to feed me a bowl of positivity? I know what you're about. I know your purpose is to mislead, right? Your purpose is to deceive. Your purpose is to consistently lie to the masses so that you can be able to consistently extract and take away. You lie to the people so that you can consistently rob and steal and take the money from the people. What else is there? What is this about? What you lying us? What are you gonna? What else is there? It's for likes, for views, popularity. No, it's for the money. It's all about the money. Your man decided to sort of like him or whoever runs his account, whatever, nobody cares. He decided on do his account. I'm just gonna say him because he's corny. To me, he's just a corny individual. Misused his gifts. Trash garbage. You want to now cry to the founder of X himself. Why? Because now there's an update on X where people can pretty much identify your general location. This man is so disconnected from reality and like frankly, I don't think he even cares, right? He cares to a point, but he doesn't care that he's disconnected. He goes and posts some weird messaging complaining and cry fagging himself to Elon Musk about this upgrade and how this upgrade is basically doing a disservice to people. And did anyone have a say, right? Whether you wanted to accept this kind of upgrade or not, and this and that, this and that. But I thought this clown, this character, I thought this character, right, only communicates face to face. Why do you care about your location now that could be sort of like discovered on Twitter because of your internet protocol, your IP address or whatever? Whatever. Why does it matter? Why does it matter when on your profile it says itself you don't communicate? It's because this dude loves to play stupid ass games. Stupid ass games. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Imagine a person's life. Imagine the quality of life this person, because it's a mindset. It's a mindset. So and you could see that, damn, like what's been your mission? What's been his purpose the last 3 years? What's been his purpose? To lie, to deceive, to hide, to manipulate. What yo, I wish I was lying. I'm not lying. Then you got these minions that will tell you no, he's not hiding. You got minions that will tell you he's not being deceptive. You got minions that will tell you, yeah, he deserves to launch another sacrifice. You want to talk about insufferable people? But going back to dude himself, what's been his purpose? Is that the example that you want for yourself? Is that the type of example that you want if you're a parent for your children to follow? Somebody like that? There's no talks of like I mean this thing is just super. You could tell how when people become so desperate, they'll do anything. They'll do anything to salvage again whatever they can to save face, to save their reputation, right? They'll do anything at whatever cost. This last sacrifice thing is an attempt, is a desperate attempt, because the community could give a F. As far as 6 months ago, nobody was thinking about, oh, we so I mean it's so I mean this is emergent. We need privacy so bad. When were we gonna have a privacy port? That was not a thought in anybody's mind, maybe except his. Nobody cares about this damn thing, man, right? So he realized like it's a wash for him for his own coins to go up 10,000x. He can't do it. He can't pump it. People are going to sell en masse. They will sell and consistently sell forever, like it's over on that level. Right now, it ain't happening. Goodbye cycle, miss the cycle, miss the whatever bull run cycle. That's gone. Massive fail for the chain, according to his standards. Massive fail. He's not going to admit it though. But if it was IOTA, right? If it was these other blockchains, they would be considered garbage. But because it's him, it's you cry fagging, get blocked for speaking truth. Problem, it's problem. But this last sacrifice is basically, you could easily say, oh yeah, maybe it's a money grab, maybe it's not. It's just to save face. Save face. Make an attempt. Because all you were good for really was a 10,000x that you got from an ERC20 you launched. That's all he was good for. He's very unoriginal. He's not original. He forked an entire blockchain that predated him, existed before him, before anything crypto related that he's done. So you know how to pump a ERC20 because you did it once. So you're gonna pump your personal PRC20. That's what you're doing. And you're doing it in a way where people are super vulnerable, holidays, super vulnerable. People are mentally weak, intellectually lazy, intellectually and spiritually weak. So they're vulnerable. So you play with them online. You throw out a couple messages on X to get their poom pooms wet. And they have no problem throwing money at you because they're too weak to think. They're too tired to think otherwise, to say, oh, wait, what's this about? So he takes advantage of that. That's why you got people still sacrifice. You're going to have people sacrifice because he got them that way. He got them to that point. Oh, don't count him out. Oh, yeah, you know, this is akin to 2019, 2020. Remember Hex? Everybody hated Hex. And now it's reminding people of how it was then when everybody hated Hex. And now look at this latest sacrifice. Don't count him out. Don't count him out like you counted him out back. Yo. It's a game. This is the purpose. This is what people are doing. You know, people act like all money is, you know, like in this, all money ain't good money, man. The dude hasn't been able to help you become whole from the first two. And the reason why he has an unmitigating gall and audacity to ask you for a third time is because you give him attention. That's what he feeds off of, attention, even if it's negative. All that shit about blocking and all that, that's just engagement. If you were to not follow the founder, if you were to even block the founder, you would really see some effects take place on this chain, yo. You would really see some real movement, like it would just be, he would glitch out. He would short circuit, glitch out, and then crash out on the chain just for people to say anything about him. If you ignore him, he's cooked. So he's going to do everything in his power to remain in the conversation. And people simply don't understand that because they bought into some bullshit. Oh, this guy's a fire, found a fire. Yo, believe whatever you want. The chain is cooked. It's cooked. And the reason why it's cooked, I'm not going to get into it anymore because there's a bunch of other people who could get into that. You do your research. But the chain is cooked. It's cooked. That's why another sacrifice. And when I say chain is cooked, it doesn't mean that it's not working. The DEX is cooked. Doesn't mean that it's not working. His coins are cooked. Finito. Done. Is RIP. Doesn't mean it's not working. Doesn't mean, right? They just continue to do what they do. But as far as pump to the high heavens, 1,000,000x, 100, it can't even do 10x right now without a crazy sell. It's cooked. Because of the irreversible damage that he's done. You want to talk about brand recognition? What about irreparable brand damage? Like he effed himself, man. He ended up cursing himself. When he launched that coin, I thought he was cursing the entire crypto space, right? Turns out, because divine justice is a thing, he ended up cursing himself because he put himself in a position right now where not only is he widely exposed, more than he'd ever think he would be ever exposed. Not only did his own original believers expose him. That's the crazy part about it too, y'all. 22, 21, 22, I started seeing like one of his original believers start exposing him hard body. Somebody I never talked about before. But I always paid attention to because for a reason. Somebody I never talked about before. Been exposing this guy, and I was like, damn, you one of the main ones. You one of the main, son, you did you the entire community knows this guy. Y'all don't know who I'm talking about because I never spoke about him. You know of him, but I never spoke about him. Not a project, sacrifice, nobody, none of that. Like I never spoke about him. He barely listen, bro. One of the early people, right? Oh yeah, exposed the founder. Thought he was just bitter, just angry person. Why, I don't know. Especially if the ERC20 made him rich, and he still found a way to be salty and bitter by exposing what I thought were simple FUD or allegations or whatever, turned out to be truths. This dude is such a weirdo. He'll block you for asking real questions. He'll call you names like a child. Like he behaves like a child. And so many people can't help themselves. They want to win so bad. This dude will urinate in their face and still ask for more. You know what I'm saying? Like you're dealing with people who you don't know the background. Like I can't even give a general statement on the type of people who follow him. Like because it's people from all over the world. You don't know. I don't know who they are. But one thing I do understand, son, don't play with people, their time. Not only their time, but that money, the money, son. And then, first of all, like you just signing your own exit certificate. Like what are you doing? You writing your own exit certificate is gonna be left on your toes. Toe tag. Playing this dangerous, super dangerous game. How many people, like were found in suitcases. This is a dangerous game. Very dangerous. That's why I don't envy him at all. Like, oh hell no. That's one person, like, you hear get $1.6 billion in 6 months, man. Minimum. Minimum. But look what it costs. Look what it costs. Dude's such a hypocrite. Like, if you're using this as an excuse, this whole X, that you could see a person's location on X, formerly known as Twitter, be using that as an excuse to cry and complain like a bitch, like he's doing, hypocrite shit like he's doing. It's not like he can disappear, because the next thing you could expect to see or hear is him launch a sacrifice to Fork X, because he's stupid like that. He predictable like that. He predictable like that. Boring and predictable like that. He can't disappear and fade to black and say, you know what? I'm done with the internet. No, because that's all he has. All he has is the internet. You can tell, like, he has no life, right? Like, outside of the net that keeps him occupied, to where you don't have to worry about seeking some form of validation online from strangers. How are you going to be able to launch sacrifices if you're not on the internet? He put himself in a nasty situation. Like, so I don't think he's going to fade to black like Jay-Z. I don't think he's going to disappear like Satoshi Nakamoto. All kinds of rumors been circulating. I mean, like, rumor that, and I mean, I'm not even tapped in. We talk about stuff people hear, Telegram groups on X. It's public information. Folks don't like dude. It's widely publicly known that people don't like him. I mean, like, this is why I say, like, damn, it's 45, 46 years old, and you dealing with this. This is what you've done. This is what. Like, the scammer history is alive and well attached to him. Scammer history, like that energy is alive and well when you describe dude, and you look at what's going on. Like, you can't even undo that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't even undo that label. Like, for real. That's you can't even shake it. You put your money in whatever you got going on, it's a super gamble. You put your money in that thing, it's a gamble. It's just a gamble, period. That's all it is. All of it has been a gamble. But with this guy, super gamble. That's all you're doing. And if it does, let's say it does pump 10,000x, well, it'll also, let's say he pumps his sacrifice 10,000x. What a remarkable, interestingly enough, like the realization that'll be spawned from that will be even more rewarding and remarkable. And will show you for sure, if he pumps his coin 10,000x easy, right? We don't know when, how soon, or over a period of time. If it could be another 22 months, it could be 2 months, it could be 20 years, who knows, whatever. But like if it's 20 years, it's done, it's cooked, the shit cooked anyway. But I'm saying, whenever that thing launches and it goes up a 10,000x and we still around and we witness that, I don't really have to tell you the realization, the revelation that'll come from that too. Like, you see, this is what he's been about the whole time. It'll show you that this whole thing with the sacrifice for blockchain and the DEX and all that was beyond his scope. He couldn't handle that, especially all that money that was thrown at him. All of it was beyond his scope. All he could do is this degenerate shit, like anybody else who's involved, right? Who launches coins, right? Got a little publicity, whatever, can market, got a following. You launch a coin, and that's it. That's all you be reduced to. That's all you're good for. If that thing go up 10,000x, you're gonna see what it's about. It won't be just about all this utility. It was so needed, privacy upon the shrivacy and an anivacy and ivacy. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Some people making the correlation. Zcash, one of the OG private coins, privacy coins, right? That was doing basically going sideways for a very long time. Had a little run recently. A nice little run. Zcash. Privacy coin. Zcash. Yeah. And some people, interestingly enough, how people, the internet is always going to internet. They relating to that pump that happened for Zcash. And when we started hearing about this guy and some privacy coin, because he saw Zcash did very well, and it's ta-da, or if Zcash did very well, and that's a privacy coin, people know I'm about privacy, anonymity, throughput, anonymity, Monero and throughput, anonymity, and Tornado Cash and Railgun and anonymity. I'm going to do something about some ProveX with nothing. I'm just going to just chat GPT my ass to death and tell the world this is what I'm thinking. No white paper, huh? No solid firm date on nothing. I'm telling you, I'm sacrificing. You glaze my Johnson and my balls anyway, so you're gonna throw money at me. That's how he looks at all this shit, bro. It's a game to him, bro. And he looks at y'all as a fool. Takes everybody for a fool. You know? And people will tell you, oh, there's been so many upgrades on Pulse Chain. Oh, there's been plenty of upgrades. But you're not talking about the downgrades either. Oh, there's been plenty of upgrades. Sure, I see the upgrade. I don't see a point in talk about any downgrades. I don't see a point in talk about why he's been hiding for 3 years. I don't see a point in why the chain hasn't, done miraculously well, ever since beating the SEC. I don't see a point in, not talking about how ineffective this mass marketing for tablets have been. I don't see a point in his hypocrisy. I don't see a point in talking about one day you praising P-Dye going 2.2 billion%, and 2 months later you got this 30 plus messages on Twitter trying to separate yourself from P-Dye. I don't see a point in highlighting these things. 3-minute diet. I don't see a point in any of that. What do you? Right. And that's where we're at, you know. Don't be like that guy when you grow up. If you go and get into crypto and all that stuff, figure out your own way. Learn as much as you can learn. Study, study, study. Really sacrifice for yourself and your family and your loved ones as far as putting in the time. Be committed to what you're dealing with. Study, learn, and learn more, right? Really build something from the ground up, right? Gandhiji.io, perfect example, building, building, building. I like Primate Eco, they're building, building, building from the ground up, from the ground up, where it matters. Because some people, they build from the ground up and they misuse their gifts, like your man's in them. It's, again, dangerous. Be playing a dangerous game. Been already hearing, like I was saying, and I didn't mention, but I was already hearing people, yeah, you think people are joking when they say things like that? Like, oh no, they're gonna be, folks are gonna be looking for that guy. You think that's a joke? Hey, don't play with people's money, bro. Like, it's real. It's real. Folks are gonna sacrifice just so that they can see, then hope and pray that they could be whole on the previous two sacrifices and this sacrifice. That's how maniacal people are thinking. They're gonna bet on this not because they care about privacy, but it's a gamble. It's a crypto gamble. They're gonna hope this guy gets his shit together, where he's gonna pump the coin so people could make money for the losses they took in Pulse Chain and in PulseX, so they could recover from the losses. And then, not to say that that's a bad thing, but that's all this is, bro. Like, that's all this is until I'm proven wrong. Prove me wrong. Until otherwise, that's what this is. It's just a gamble, so people could recover from the previous two sacrifice losses. He put out two bad bags of dope in the street. And the fiends, they don't know any better. He got a new batch of dirty work, bad work that he's putting out. And what people doing? Oh, okay. Let me buy it again. Let me see what we got going on, so he could recover from the two previous bad bags, bad batches. Damage is done. Like he's it's crazy. And at this time you do this shit. At this time of the year, you better deliver, bro. Like, what kind of stream you gonna see on Christmas? Well, what? This guy cooked himself, man. Look, 40 days, 49. It's less than 40 days to the new year. It's less than 40 days, yo. Don't think that you're gonna be seeing some life-changing experiences in 40 days under some weirdo regime of this nondescript person who's crying now to Elon about how no one had a choice to reject having their location identified or whatever, if they had a choice or not, or whatever. The founder of Pulse Chain crying now. But when people ask him legitimate questions, he's quick to cut you off, block you, mute you, tell people to do the same thing, weirdo. And I believe that's truly him. That's not somebody else. That's truly him. And this is why I get how people have a hard time accepting that that's truly him. I believe that's him. I believe that's him. Why would somebody else who's owning his account care enough to be responding to Elon and all this weird stuff and block and cry and engage? And why would they care enough? And if that's the case too, you could tell this guy's life is just like, yo, man, living a miserable life. You know, like, it's the best you could do. DJ and Dougie, it's been a while, man. Bang, 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 bang. Mix in the building. What's going on, man? DOC in the building. What's going on? Buffalo Heart in the building. Yeah. Let's. Yeah, Buffalo Heart. You know, you're not lying, bro. You're not lying, man. I thought that guy was different. I thought he was different. And he turned out to be a major problem. Major problem. Like, whatever good he did got overshadowed. Whatever good, you see, this is the problem, bro. It's true. Whatever good he's done got overshadowed with the shenanigans. Helping your friend get out of jail, I guess that's a good deed, right? I've done it in my life, so I'm not gonna be a hypocrite. I've helped people get out of jail. So I understand all that. You know what's crazy? What's so freaking crazy with that too? And it's not about bigging myself up, but I can remember one instance when I helped somebody get out of jail, and this guy's main circle of friends couldn't look out for him. His main circle of friends couldn't look out for him. I'm talking about like day one people couldn't look out for him. I'm not even first string, first you got your circle and then you got your acquaintances. I was an acquaintance of an acquaintance. Maybe I was an acquaintance, maybe a little more, but not more. I wasn't a first go-to. It was just his girl and me that helped Bill do that. Yo, bro. And then all his peoples, thick as thieves. Know each other, hang out all the time, do everything together. They couldn't help not one nothing. All of them worked, all of them did. And there you go, man. But this guy, you help bail your friend out because he got caught with the ammunition in the airport. Ammunition, there's some ammunition in the air. Weird. But I can see how that deed, that deed itself, all right, you helped a friend who was in need, who was in a dire situation. Cool. Get it. I get that. But then the other stuff you do online, or the other stuff you're doing online with these coins and straight up experimenting, which, people have a right to do. You could experiment this and that, not financial advice, do your own research, this and that, and this, but you an influencer. Talk about sudden wealth syndrome and all this stuff. People believing in you because even the founder bigged you up. More than once. You asked the founder to apologize to you earlier this year. What did the founder do? He did. He apologized to this guy, yo. After this guy got involved with some coins launching, whether the coins were launched, one was a vanity coin, the other coin was something else he got going on, this and that and this. The coins rugged. So The community who supported this guy experienced loss. So you could throw your hands up in the air and get say not financial advice, which is convenient. But this is coming from one of your main so-called influencers. And people becoming a problem like the Spanish flu. They're not influencers, they're influencers. Problems, y'all. It's not about personal, and it got nothing to do with it. It's just your actions have dictated and have shown. If I have launched, if I built a following, and I'm doing good deeds and shit for community and all this stuff, and then I decide to create a sacrifice for freedom to tie my shoelaces and call that's a real cypherpunk movement. You don't have to participate, but the ones who participate are the ones who are going to believe in a real crypto movement. Those are the real participants I want. You want to psyop them to death to buy into the freedom to tie shoelaces sacrifice. Talk about a coin was launched. I had a coin launched in my likeness on Pump That Ties. I didn't do the shit, but there's 3 out there. I could have pumped that shit right to hold high holy heaven. 3 H's, high holy heaven. Rug the liquidity. After all this good work I did, how would I look? I did all this good work. How would I look? Not 1, not 2, not 3, like multiple coins. And I'm rugging up here, and I'm telling them, oh no, I didn't rug. And meanwhile, people in the community could show you on the chain the activity that took place with said coins. And then I behave in weird ways where I'm going to sell you my bicycle, my prized possession. I want to sell my bicycle. Where a few years ago I had all this money. Oh, the bicycle's not selling? Okay. Oh, what I'm going to do is, I need to get involved with something because I'll tell the world on the stream that I'm down bad. I am down bad. This is what this guy did. Told the world he's down bad. Then disappears for a few months. Comes back. Disappears for a few months after the whole PDI wanted to do a PDI conference and all this. Comes back. Because that was another thing. PDI, he launched coins, man. This is weird. This is weird. Then you come back from like a 3-4 month hiatus. Meanwhile, I used to stream faithfully. But you come back for a 3-4 month hiatus and you talk about, oh man, I was cooking out here, man. Man, I got to the bag. So right now I'm good for another 3-4 years. Let's go. What are we getting into now? Of course, you're comfortable. But initially you thought that the community couldn't tell that you were trying to live off the community. Like some of his compadres were doing. Oh, we're gonna launch an amicus brief or freedom SEC amicus brief. We're gonna list this coin on MEXC, this and that. Yeah, got thousands and thousands. Okay, yeah, for your pockets. How much MEXC got? They got a fraction. The rest went to you. Okay, good game. But it was for your pockets. You know what I'm saying? Like people were living doing that. Like, oh damn, man, I got bills to pay. I don't want to work. Okay, I don't want to get a job that's gonna help me pay my bills and keep me afloat. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create donation tactics, scams, schemes, schematics, grift plans, or whatever I got going on, because it's easy on chain. I'll leverage my popularity against the community and see what comes back, man. See what comes back and live off of what comes back. And depending on how well I do or not do, I'm gonna do it again. And again, no one's gonna stop me. That's the mentality. That's the shit you got going on over here. That's their purpose. Shout out to shout out to Sonny, man. Playing Saints church music. Yeah, man. Right? See, that good die, the good die, sacrifice money, all went to the post. Yeah, see, yeah. Hold up. 1 million was raised for the good die sacrifice. Hey, listen, bro. This is why I say, like, I feel like me not launching a sacrifice for new eyeglasses, right? New pair of sneakers. That's a new one. I should have added a new. You know what I'm saying? New pair of sneakers. A new phone. You know what I'm saying? Like new phone, new eyeglasses. Like I messed up. I messed up. You know what I'm saying? I messed up. Freedom to see with the eyeglasses and a phone. Freedom to troll. Freedom to see and freedom to troll. Because it was easy. Post chain, this guy made it easy for everybody, every grifter to grift. Not everybody, but every grifter to grift, every scammer to scam. Made it very easy. Scammers are arguing with each other on how quick they can scam. I've heard it on Spaces. I've never heard no shit like that before in crypto in my life. Scammers openly arguing with one another, talking shit to one another, talking about who is gonna grift the quickest on Pulse Chain. He said freedom to wonder. Yo. Yo, man. Take it easy, gentlemen. Yo, enjoy the rest of your day, morning, evening, noon, and nights. We'll catch y'all on the next one, man. Maybe later on today. We'll see. In any case, man, peace and blessings.